Hello everyone and welcome to CBL. Welcome to your class of Current Affairs, Science and Technology. Let's have a look at the issues that we are going to cover this week. So first of all, we'll discuss about the launch of ISRO, that is a sounding rocket launched by ISRO to study the variations in the atmosphere. Okay, we'll study about this specific launch will take away care of all the aspects covered in this. Then we'll look into the Martian blueberries. Martian blueberries क्या है, इनके बारे में पढ़ेंगे और इनका parallel मिला है Earth पे. So this would be a great help in understanding Mars. So we'll have a look at Martian blueberries. Then we'll talk about the recently discovered space hurricane over the North Pole. Space hurricane क्या है और क्या इसकी discovery है? We'll talk about this. Then we'll talk about the development of SAR, which has been successfully completed by ISRO. We'll talk about NISAR also. Then we'll talk about the oldest known quasar that has been discovered in the universe. And in the end, we'll have a look at Dustlick 2. Just a small fact for your prelims. So let's get started with the first important news, that is ISRO launches sounding rocket to study altitudinal variations in neutral winds and the plasma dynamics of our Earth. So basically, what is a sounding rocket? A sounding rocket basically studies the atmospheric regions. It studies the upper atmospheric region, basically the ionosphere, where it studies the detailed weather phenomenon happening there. So India has already developed a number of sounding rockets under the series named Rohini. So this recent success is named as RH560. The number just indicates the diameter in mm of this particular rocket. So under this sounding rocket, these rockets not just help in understanding the atmosphere, but also they act as a platform to test the various prototypes. So this was a successful launch of RH560 by ISRO. Then we move on to the Martian blueberries. So here I am talking about the blueberry Martians. Now what are basically Martian blueberries? If I go back to 2004, Opportunity rover discovered certain unofficially called blueberries, Martian blueberries, the small spheres found on Mars's surface. These were basically composed of iron oxide. अब आयरन ऑक्साइड के बने होने के कारण ये इम्पॉर्टेंट हो गए. क्यों? क्योंकि जब इनकी मिनरोलॉजी स्टडी से ये पता चला कि ये आयरन ऑक्साइड के बने हुए, सो यहाँ से एक चीज ध्यान में आई कि oxygen and water might be present on Mars's surface. So in hematites को यानी कि इन blueberries की mineralogical studies बहुत important हो जाती हैं. When we are concerned about finding water and air or oxygen on Mars surface. Oxygen और water की जब बात करें तो इनकी importance होगी. अब all the more importance क्यों हो गई? When I come back to India, in Gujarat, यहाँ पर ऐसे stones पाए गए हैं in the Kutch mainland called as Jurans, जो कि hematites हैं और resemble करते हैं to these Mars blueberries, to these Martian blueberries, right? तो mineralogy studies depict करेंगी how are these closely related, these Jurans are closely related to the blueberries. Next, I talk about the scientists from China recently discovered a space hurricane for the first time ever over the North Pole. So before going into the news, first of all, let's understand what is a space hurricane. Space hurricane originate करता है जब solar winds या solar flares interact करती हैं with the Earth's magnetic field. And by this interaction are generated fast spiral storms which are called as space hurricanes. Okay, और इन स्पेस हरिकेन्स में क्या है, दीज आर प्लाज्माज और हाईली चार्ज आयनाइज्ड गैसेस जो कि बहुत हाई स्पीड पर रोटेट कर रही हैं, राइट। दीज आर स्पेस हरिकेन्स, और ऐसा ही स्पेस हरिकेन डिस्कवर किया गया है ओवर द नॉर्थ पोल। और इस खास स्पेस हरिकेन के कुछ बेसिक पॉइंट्स हैं, लेट्स गो थ्रू देम आल्सो। सो दिस हरिकेन मेजर्स रफली 600 miles across and rained the charged electrons for about 8 hours. It has a high speed of about 4700 miles per hour. Now, what is the importance of such a storm? Why do we want to study such hurricanes? So basically, these hurricanes will have a drag on our satellites, और ये interfere करेंगे communication system में. They'll produce drag, they'll weaken the signals और time lapses बढ़ाएंगे. So we want to study such space hurricanes, right? Moving on to the next part, that is center gives nod for 33 API applications. So basically what is API? API को समझने से पहले हम थोड़ा सा इस न्यूज को समझ लेते हैं। हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने हाँ कह दी है फॉर द मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ 33 APIs, और यहाँ पर इन्वेस्टमेंट की जाएगी। इट इज ऑल्सो कमिटेड एन इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ अप्रोक्सीमेटली 5,000 crore rupees. Now what are basically APIs? That is active pharmaceutical ingredients. As the name suggests, active pharmaceutical ingredients, यानी कि ये pharmaceutical ingredients है which are actively involved. Actively involved in what? Obviously, if they are involved in pharmaceutical ingredients, they must be involved in overcoming a certain ailment. थोड़ा सा इसे और डिटेल में समझते हैं। सो API एक ऐसा केमिकल कंपाउंड है जो कि एक्टिव एजेंट है किसी भी दवाई का, और ये एक्टिवली पार्ट करेगा उस दवाई के रोल को डिसाइड करेगा। सो इट विल प्रोड्यूस द डिजायर्ड इफेक्ट ऑफ that particular medicine. So APIs are active pharmaceutical ingredients, basically a chemical compound which is the most important raw material for any medicine. अब अगर मैं सिंगल डोज मेडिसिन की बात करूं तो वहां पर क्या होगा, वहां पर एक API यूज होगा, बट अगर हम कंबाइंड फिक्स डोजेज की बात करें तो नंबर ऑफ APIs विल बी इन्वॉल्व्ड। अगर मैं एग्जांपल की बात करूं, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट पैरासिटामोल, सो पैरासिटामोल इज एन एक्टिव फार्मास्यूटिकल इंग्रेडिएंट फॉर क्रोसिन, और यही पैरासिटामोल अपना काम करेगा टू लोअर डाउन द फीवर एंड टू क्योर द बॉडी एक्स एज वेल. So I hope you understand what is API. So अब इंडिया में गवर्नमेंट has given nod to the manufacture of 33 APIs. ये न्यूज इंपॉर्टेंट कहाँ है, उससे पहले एक बात करेंगे, हाउ आर दीज APIs formed. अब किसी भी मेडिसिन का active ingredient बनाना from the raw material, it is not a simple process. It is actually a multi-step process which involves the formation of a number of intermediates. Once the intermediates are formed, they are purified and checked and then constituted as in a particular medicine, right? So the process is not that simple. It involves the formation of intermediates. Coming back to how is this news important? If I go back to 90s, India was the leading producer of these APIs. But gradually, China occupied this market. Reasons were very obvious and very evident. That is, they had a low cost of production as compared to India. वहां पर उन्होंने they created a low cost API manufacturing industry. Finances cost कम थे. So gradually क्या हुआ, इंडिया का रोल इस इंडस्ट्री में कम हो गया और ये रोल ऑक्यूपाई कर लिया चाइना ने. अब कोई भी फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री बिकॉज ऑफ द लो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन्स एंड नॉन ल्यूक्रेटिव इंडस्ट्री, इसकी प्रोडक्शन APIs की प्रोडक्शन कम हो गई. बट वी वांट टू रीगेन द कंट्रोल ओवर दैट पर्टिकुलर मार्केट. वी वांट टू बिकम सेल्फ रिलायंट अगेन इन दिस API मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री, इन दिस API मार्केट. सो ये एक पहला कदम API मार्केट में आत्मनिर्भर बनने के लिए, राइट? I move on to the next news, which says ISRO has completed development of SAR, that is Synthetic Aperture Radar. इसे समझने के लिए हमें निसार समझना पड़ेगा. बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी टेल यू व्हाट इज सिंथेटिक अपर्चर रडार. रडार से हमें पता चल रहा है कि ये रडार से रिलेटेड है, वेव से रिलेटेड है, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव से रिलेटेड है. सो बेसिकली इट इज एन इमेजिंग रडार विच हेल्प्स अस टू गेट अ बेटर इमेज ऑफ द अर्थ. So synthetic aperture radar is an airborne or a spaceborne radar system which utilizes the flight path of the platform. Importance कहाँ है? radar में flight path को occupy किया जाता है, movement में है orbit. So एक better क्या बनेगा? एक बेटर सेंसिंग होगी और एक बेटर इमेजरी सिस्टम होगा. और ये सार इंपॉर्टेंट इसलिए भी है, इट नॉट जस्ट केटर्स टू द रेडियो वेव्स बट इंक्लूड्स एक्स रेज, गामा रेज एटसेट्रा. राइट. सो बेसिक प्रिंसिपल अगर हम बात करना चाहें, कोई भी रडार जब काम करेगा इट वर्क्स ऑन अ वेरी बेसिक प्रिंसिपल, दैट इज एन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक सिग्नल इज सेंट टुवर्ड्स द सर्फेस ऑफ द अर्थ, देन it is recorded, the amount of the signal that bounces back is recorded and its time delay is recorded. और इस टाइम डिले, इस इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक सिग्नल का टाइम डिले और कितना सिग्नल वापस आया है, दैट इज यूज्ड इन मेकिंग द इमेजेस. So the resulting radar image is built which records the amount of strength and the time delay of the returned signal. So SAR is very important. Coming to the fact कि ये SAR is a part of NISAR. अगर हम बात यहाँ पे SAR की करें तो हमें NISAR को समझना पड़ेगा. So if I go to NISAR, that is our collaboration with NASA, and NISAR will be the first radar of its kind which will be using two different radar frequencies, L band and S band. ओके, एल बैंड और एस बैंड को यूज करेगा, दैट मीन्स 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 गीगाहर्ट्ज फ्रीक्वेंसीज को केटर करेगा, एंड दिस वुड गिव अस द इमेजेस ऑफ आवर अर्थ इवन लेस देन अ सेंटीमीटर अक्रॉस. बेटर इमेजरी सिस्टम. As I told, NISAR is our collaboration with NASA. So NASA, ISRO, SAR, right? और यहाँ पर इन दोनों स्पेस रिसर्च का रोल क्या है, नासा का रोल क्या है, इसरो का रोल क्या है, ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो नासा विल प्रोवाइड द मिशन एल बैंड सिंथेटिक अपर्चर, a high rated telecommunication system, GPS receivers, a solid state recorder and payload data subsystem. This would be the contribution of NASA towards NISAR. And what would ISRO do? ISRO will provide the satellite bus and S-band synthetic aperture radar, जो कि बनकर तैयार है, जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. The launch vehicle and the associated launch services. So NISAR में NASA का क्या रोल है, ISRO का क्या रोल है, ये important है. So this is a project which is going to last for 3 years. Okay, and the satellite will be launched from India. It would be launched aboard a GSLV and the orbit would be a sun synchronous orbit. So ये mission important है, 3 से 4 साल ये last करेगा, probably launched in 2022. I hope you understood the collaboration between NASA and ISRO, that is NISAR, and you've got to know what is SAR. SAR is nothing but an imagery system जहाँ पे हम Earth की और better images ले पाएंगे using the two bands, that is L band or S band under this NISAR mission, NISAR project. Right. I move on to INS Karanj. Now what is INS Karanj? It is Indian Navy's 3rd stealth Scorpion class submarine. ये सबमरीन कमीशन की गई है. It has been commissioned at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai. सो ये 3rd कैवेलरी है. व्हाट अबाउट द प्रीवियस वन, उसके बारे में भी देख लेते हैं. जो इससे पहले INS Karanj था, दैट वाज कमीशन्ड इन फॉर्मर USSR, राइट, एंड इट सर्व्ड द कंट्री फॉर 34 years up till 2003. Now ये क्या है? This is again a very good example of India becoming Atmanirbhar. So third cavalry submarine under the project. So we'll discuss about that project also. पहले हम बात करेंगे INS Karaj. It would form a part of the Western Naval Command submarine fleet. एंड ये नाम कहाँ से आया है? याद रखेंगे, नाम आया है फ्रॉम करांजा आइलैंड, ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज उड़ान आइलैंड, जो कि इंडिया का क्या है? नेवल बेस है, राइट? सो ये नाम वहां से लिया गया है. इससे पहले का, एज आई टोल्ड यू, वी बॉट इट वाज कमीशन्ड इन 1969 इन द फॉर्मर USSR, राइट? एंड दिस third cavalry has been commissioned under the project 75. What is project 75? Project 75, it is a program by the Indian Navy which entails to build 6 Scorpene class attack submarines. ऐसी 6 submarine Scorpene class submarines बनाई जाएंगी by the Mazagon Dock Limited, which is also called as the shipmaker of India. So Mazagon Dock Limited में ये 6 ships INS बनाई जाएंगी, right? अब ये 6 कौन कौन सी हैं? This is very important, so please just have a look at this. The 6 ships would be 2 submarines, Kalvari and Kandhiri, have been already commissioned in Indian Navy. The third one we are talking about, right, Karanj. The 4th Scorpion, Pela, has commenced its sea trials. इसके sea trials चल रहे हैं. And the 5th, that is Vajir and Vakshir. इन दोनों को क्या किया जाएगा? They'll be rebooted together. ओके, सो इन दोनों को रिबूट किया जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि 5th Scorpene Vagir was launched in November 2020. So you must remember the names of all 6 of them, जो कि Scorpene submarines हैं, right? Let's again revise. 2 submarines, Kalvari and Kandheri, already commissioned in Indian Navy. Then the third one, that is Karanj, we are talking about. Okay, and then there is Vela, Vagir and Vakshi. So now we move on to the next important news, that is universe's oldest known quasar discovered 13 billion light years away. Recent discovery in the universe of this quasar by the help of European Southern Observatory's very large telescope. So before going further, let's understand what is a quasar. It is a short form for quasi-stellar radio source. Quasar stands for quasi-stellar radio source, which means it is a star-like emitter of radio waves. और ये क्वासर्स जनरली बहुत बड़े साइज के होते हैं, एंड दे आर ओनली फाउंड इन गैलेक्सीज विच हैव सुपर मैसिव ब्लैक होल्स which power these quasars. इन quasars को पावर मिलती है, emittance मिलती है. These emit radio waves because of these black holes. राइट, अब हम इस क्वासर की खास बात कर लें तो ये क्वासर डिस्कवर किया गया है यूजिंग द वेरी लार्ज टेलीस्कोप, और ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द 2 कैटेगरीज ऑफ क्वासर्स. वी हैव 2 ग्रुप्स ऑफ क्वासर्स, दैट इज रेडियो लाउड and radio quiet. This quasar is also a radio loud quasar. As the name suggests, radio loud. So they are with powerful jets that are strong sources of radio wavelength emission. And just 10% of all the quasars fall under this category of radio loud. Then I talk about radio quiet. So they are those quasars which lack powerful jets. And most of the quasars that have been discovered till date fall into this category of radio quiet. These quasars are important. As I told you, they are generally found in the galaxies जहाँ पर massive, supermassive black holes हैं. So if we understand these radio loud bright objects, we'll get an insight to know more about the growing black holes. And again, we'll get to know more about the ancient star system and astronomical processes. Right. Moving on to the next important news, that is Dusslik 2. Now, what is Dusslik 2? A small fact for you, which is important for you as far as prelims is concerned. So, second edition of India-Uzbekistan joint military exercise is called as Dusslik 2. It has started in Uttarakhand. Importance क्या है इस Dusslik की? What is the aim of this joint military exercise? We want to counter the insurgency and terrorism for sure. Right. Again, the first edition, Dusslik 1, took place in Tashkent, Uzbekistan in November 19. So, this Dusslik 2 is the second military effort, military exercise. और हमारे लिए उज़्बेकिस्तान की इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है? So, Uzbekistan is important to India for security and connectivity to the Central Asian region. और उज़्बेकिस्तान हमारे लिए एक alternative है to Afghanistan. So security concerns are very important as far as Uzbekistan is concerned. So Dusslik 2 एक joint military exercise है with Uzbekistan. ऐसे ही और भी countries के साथ we have joint military exercises. So let's have a look the names of those joint military exercises along with the countries they are associated with. So we start with Garud Shakti. The country associated with India in this is Indonesia. Then there is Ecoviran with the Maldives, hand in hand with China, Yudh Abhyas with USA. Then we have Bold Kurukshetra with Singapore, Mitra Shakti with Sri Lanka, Nomadic Elephant with Mongolia, Shakti with France, and Surya Kiran with Nepal. So these are the names of the joint military efforts, exercises going with the different countries, which is very important as far as India is concerned on the international front as well. So that's all for this week's current affairs in science and technology. I'll see you next week. Until then, bye-bye.